Teacher threatens me with a knife, so I do sweet revenge. Okay, so the offense happened when I was in 5th grade, about 4 years ago, and my revenge happened in 8th grade, just about 1 year ago. So I was in 5th grade, almost at the end of the year. I was pumped because I had finished all my subjects with a 100%. No points lost at all, which also meant I was at the top of my grade. Also, I had gotten 242 at my mathematics MAP testing. For those who don't know, MAP is Measurement of Academic Progress. It really doesn't do anything. Teachers just use it to know how much one knows, and in the program we used for our MAP testing, 242 was a really high score in elementary. What is expected of a 5th grade genius is in the 230s range. This is important later. So, I was just minding my own business, going back to class after break, when this 5th grade teacher intercepted me. Now, you need to understand that we had 4 classes, like most schools, with an A, B, C, D system. I was lucky and got 5B, which has the coolest teacher. He genuinely loved teaching. 5A, however, was unfortunate. He treated his students like his trophies, taking credit to their high grades. But, as I've heard from my friends over there, he barely taught. He would come to school strolling in super late, shout at students for no apparent reason, just sit there at his desk while the good kids who actually cared worked. And the others just sat there. If anyone made a peep, detention, and a disciplinary referral. Those things, if the offense was serious enough, could ban you from entering any college. He even threatened some poor kid who did nothing wrong with putting a disciplinary referral in for drug possession. What the duck? He wanted to accuse a 10-year-old with drug possession. But that's not our story. Anyways, that asshole never really liked me. I think it was because I had such high marks and he couldn't credit himself to them. So anyways, back to the story where I bumped into him. "Sorry, sir," I mumbled, and then just scooted past him. After that, for some obscure reason, he became pissed off. "Come back!" he shouted. Me, being dumb and scared, stupidly came back. He told me to enter his class, which was full with his students. He then started to shout at me about being disrespectful, and he was so mad that I was shaking in my size 3 shoes. What he said after was what really stuck in me. "You know what? In South Africa, I am in my legal right to hurt you with my knife." He then proceeded to get a knife out of the top drawer and put it against my skin, breaking it a little. We weren't in South Africa, we were in Saudi Arabia, but he was from South Africa. He then pointed at another kid and shouted, "Look at this kid! He got 236 at his MAP testing. That means he's a god-ducking damn genius. Try to get higher than him, smartass. You think you're so smart, huh? You're just a spoiled little brat." 5A took the test before 5B, so I didn't set the record of 242 yet. After that, I took the MAP test, and he proctored us. He kept smirking at me, kicking my seat, etc., until I finished the test and got 242. Then I looked at him in the eye and said, "Looks like I'm a goddamn genius too." But that wasn't the revenge. You see, I thought it was some hazing ritual to see if I was tough enough for middle school. I know, stupid, but remember, I was 9 years old at the time. Fast forward 3 years to 8th grade. I did not speak of this to anybody, and the kids who were there were too scared to speak up. Anyways, I chose to tell my best friend. He was horrified and told me to report him immediately. I realized what he did traumatized me. I was constantly afraid that any adult had a knife up his sleeve and was about to start shouting at me. So, I set for revenge. I was not just going to report him, which would get him fired. I went to everybody at that class, documenting all the horrible things he did. With over 30 kids saying the same kid, with a model student vouching for them, the principal had no choice but to comply, and he knew of the constant trust issues I was having, so he fired him and assured me that he was banned from any teaching position in the country.